Get ready for the dictation in 3, 2, 1, start. That the nurses, health workers working in private nursing homes who have been requisitioned by states, central hospitals, autonomous hospitals of central states, UTs, AIMS and IN hospitals of central ministries are as such drafted for COVID 19 related responsibilities and are already covered under the scheme for personal accident cover of rupees 50 lakhs. That the scheme was born out of a contract between UOI and the service provider, which has no scope for inclusion of any other categories other than those brought out above. It is further humbly submitted that the scheme is an ongoing one, that the scheme is valid for a specific period only. Initially, it was to be implemented for a period of 90 days from the date of its commencement, and the same has further been extended for another 90 days on existing terms and conditions. Several contentions have been advanced on behalf of the petitioner to the effect that all the nurses and other healthcare professionals should be covered by the Yojana and there should be any discrimination between two types of persons, that is, those who are working with COVID 19 patients and those who are not working with COVID 19 patients. The contention appears to be very attractive, but we are not accepting the said contention mainly for the following reasons. The decision as to who will be covered under the Yojana is a policy decision to be taken by the respondents. Nurses and healthcare professionals working directly with COVID 19 patients are at a risk, and there are higher chances that these persons may get infected, and hence the insurance benefit has been extended for them. Persons who are not working with COVID 19 patients, example, those who are working with orthopedic patients who are not suffering from COVID 19, are not in the same position. The state authority can always create such classification and give extra benefit to those who are working directly with high risk COVID 19 patients. Such categorization cannot be held to be irrational or lacking any nexus with the object of the benefit being provided. If we include other persons under the Yojana and if we change the policy decision and the applicability of this Yojana, it may affect the very budget of this Yojana. Therefore, it is a policy decision to be taken by the respondent as to whether to include other healthcare workers or not. In view of the aforesaid facts and circumstances of the case, we see no reason to give any further directions in this regard. Nonetheless, it would be open to the respondent authorities to extend the coverage of the Yojana to other categories of healthcare workers also, as and when the policy is being extended or amended. In view of these facts and circumstances of the case, we see no reason to further monitor this case or pass further directions. Much has been argued out by counsel for the petitioner that if there is any violation of the undertaking given in terms of the office order dated 14th July 2020, then steps should be taken by the concerned respondent authorities. It ought to be kept in mind by the concerned authorities that they are duty bound to ensure the due compliance of the measures that have put in place for the safety and protection of the healthcare workers whose contribution in the present pandemic situation has been and continues to be invaluable. In particular, it is directed that the authority which has issued the office order dated 14th July 2020 shall see that this office order is properly executed and implemented by the private nursing homes. Additionally, as and when any type of breach is pointed out to this court in an individual writ petition against any nursing homes, after hearing such nursing home, individual orders can be passed. Stop. Thank you.